Hi there, everyone. Welcome back for another Trinity Stamps video. I'm Cassie. Today we're going to be making a fun little summer card. So let's talk about what we're using. I have the older Summer Gnome Fun. This is such a darling stamp set. I think it was released last year, I think. I get confused. It doesn't take much anymore. But I love this stamp set. It is well loved and used. Perfect for summer. We're also going to be using this Undersea Adventure stencil. Now, we're not making undersea scene, but we are going to use this for a beach scene because it's perfect for that. I feel like you could probably even use a few of these stencils for like a desert scene as well. So let's get started with our background. I have a piece of cardstock that I've cut down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. It's nothing special, this cardstock that is. It's nothing, anything special. In fact, probably don't want to use something like this if you're going to be doing a lot of mixed media. I'm not. I'm going to do a little splatter on it, but it is nothing special, and I'm able to blend just fine on it. And you can see Max is participating in my card making today. He is having a little bit of neediness issues, so you're going to see him throughout the entire video. I did put that on to my Clingy Craftmate, and I've brought out some Simon Hurley Create ink. This one's called Cookie Dough, and I've got my brown blending brush for the cookie dough, and I'm blending that all over that background. It's not going to be perfectly blended. Again, this isn't a great cardstock for blending at all, but I'm going to work with it. I'm going to show you how, you can, if it doesn't blend perfectly, you can work with that. So I've got the cookie dough, and I'm going to bring in some Weeping Willow, which is a darker brown, and we're just going to kind of enhance those edges a little bit using that same blending brush, and not going real crazy down into it, just adding a little bit of color and texture to that by staying mostly on my stencil and then bringing that color into it. So and working in circular motions. So that's pretty good, but I want to add a little bit of texture to that because, like I said, it's not a perfect blend. So I've put a little bit of that Weeping Willow onto my glass mat, and I'm going to spritz a little water into that, use a tiny little water brush, and then I'm going to splatter that all over that background. Again, don't want to add a lot of water to this cardstock because it's definitely not made for that. It's a thinner cardstock, but it does add a little bit of texture, and that color does dry back just a little bit. I cleaned off my little Clingy Craftmate, and now I'm adding the mask stencil to my um, sand, and you can see that Clingy Craftmate does cling very well. And then I'm just going to add a piece of mint tape to the bottom just to make sure that I don't add too much color. We'll start off with some Buzzkill. It's a newer yellow ink. It's a light ink, and I'm going to just blend that all over that background, not worried about whether or not I get a good blend or not, because we're going to do more to it. So we're just blending that color all across that. And then I'm going to bring in the stencil, one of the other stencils from the Undersea Adventure. And we'll bring in a darker color called Shooting Star, just a little bit darker yellow. And then I'm going to take this and we're going to angle it to make it look like those are the sun's rays. And I get a little crazy there with my blending, not using my hands too well. And I do move the stencil a little, but it doesn't affect anything. So we're just blending that color on there. Again, not a perfect blend. That's okay. And then we'll bring in some Guppy ink, which is an orange ink. It's a lighter orange. Nothing too dark here, although you could go dark. And I'm just going to add that to the edges just to add a little bit of variation in the color and kind of really bring this scene home, make it look a little bit more like we're in the sun. Now, when I pull all of this away, to me it almost looks like a desert scene, just the sun and the sand. So we are going to do something with our background. I'll end up trimming this piece of cardstock down a little bit so that we have it look a little bit more like an ocean or like you're by the ocean or by some water. So that's our background. I really like how that turned out. We'll clean up our mess and then we'll bring in our Misty along with one of the little images. This is the little gnome that is doing some sunbathing. We're going to ink her up with some Black Widow Stellar ink and stamp that onto some Express It cardstock because we're going to do some Olo marker coloring. Now, I've got all my Olos in those pouches and we're bringing in the color. I'm going to do my best to put that color up on the screen for you. I don't normally have those pouches up in the screen, but we are getting ready for a move, and so I'm having to start putting all of my things into something that makes these a little bit more easy to move. So works out really well. And in fact, I don't know that I'll take these out of the pouches. I may keep these in the pouches just simply because I like this. I can just grab out a pouch of the colors that I want and they're all right there. So I may go to this because I really like it. All right, so we're adding that color all over our background, and we've decided we're going to make her swimsuit pink. Now, my pink ends up bleeding quite a bit. Um, Sometimes that happens with these Olos. I tend to work with it. I very rarely do I throw something away, just because, again, I've said this so many times. It's a handmade card. We're going to play with it. We're going to work with it. And I mean, there are ways to fix some of that as long as it doesn't like splatter onto the other colors too much. And I wasn't doing a very good job of paying attention to the tips of my markers. You can tell when they're about to bleed, they get really, really shiny. So the color tends to pool at the bottom. No one can ever accuse these Olos of not being juicy. That is for sure. Where I sometimes have an issue with my other alcohol markers being dry. That is not the case with the Olos. So we're coloring her hair, and I'm going to bring in they call it a blender, I guess. It's not really an eraser. It's just going to push that color. And so I'll work around with it. We're adding some cool grays to parts where she, just around her to make it look like there's some shadow. And we did the same thing with the umbrella, and we'll blend out that color a little bit more. And then we're going to bring in the darkest color for her sunglasses and then the stand for the umbrella itself. Um, Typically, I don't use a whole lot of gel pens, but I'm going to add a little bit of white gel pen to her nose and to her glasses, and also a little bit to her hat, just to add just a little shine there. And then we'll bring in the matching dye, tack that down with a little bit of mint tape, and run that through our die cutting machine. Now here's where I decided I wanted the blue to make it look like we've brought the ocean in. So this is going to be our panel for our background. And it does measure 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. And I don't need that whole piece because some of it's going to be covered. So a little trick here. My sentiment I want to be on that blue as well. So I'm going to stamp that right in the center. I'm going to stamp that using some juicy embossing ink. I did use an anti-static powder tool on the center. So we'll stamp out our sentiment that says Gnome 1 is cooler than you, and then we'll cover that with some fine detail white embossing powder. Then we'll heat set that till that is smooth and melted, and you'll be able to tell because it does go from a matte finish to a shiny finish. And then we can bring in our matching die because I love that Trinity Stamps has that for their sentiments. Not all of them, but most of them these days have that. And then we'll run that through our die cutting machine. And so now I'm going to trim this scene down just a little bit. We're going to end up having it be 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. So there will be a nice blue border all the way around our piece. And that's where that blue comes in to give the water effect. Now, I do apologize. Max, like I said, is feeling pretty needy. We're about to move and he is stressing out. So he's going to pop in even a little bit more. And you can tell this poor baby's stressed out because his little ear is losing some fur on one of them. So he is being exceptionally needy. So he's going to help me put together the rest of the card. We'll use some liquid glue to attach down our scene to our blue panel. And like I said, we'll have a nice blue border all the way around the edges. And then we'll go ahead and attach this down to our card base that was 5 1/2 inches by 8 1/2 inches and scored at 4 1/4. So it is a top folding A2 size card. And then we can go ahead and start attaching the rest of the pieces down. So I'm going to use some of these foam adhesive strips. These are great. They work perfectly with so many of those sentiments, and I'm going to put them on the back of both our gnome and our sentiment, and then we'll peel off the release paper and we can stick our gnome down and we can stick our sentiment down. But of course I don't want to stop there. I'm going to bring in some Glacier embellishments. These are some flat back sequins, and I'm going to be fairly liberal putting those around, and again that'll bring in some more of that blue to give the beach vibe that I was going for. So sometimes color plays a big role in all of that. And so we'll use our pickup stick along with some liquid glue to adhere all of those down. And then once those are down, that is going to finish off our card for today. I love how this one turned out. It just makes me want to get outside and play in the pool, something like that. I love it. And I hope you do too. If you do, please hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And be sure to check out all that Trinity Stamps has going on over on their blog, Facebook page, and Instagram for more crafty inspiration. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you soon.